如果这个故事你听起来不觉得吃力，那你的英文水平已经足以应付在美国的日常生活。你既然点进来了，就别半途离场，通过电影学英文，让我们开始吧。
Harry Potter, the first night at Hogwarts. Harry Potter was a small boy with messy black hair. He lived with the Dursleys. They were not kind. They did not like Harry. They made him sleep in a tiny room. They gave him old clothes. They never smiled at him. Harry felt alone. He felt like he did not belong. He felt like the world had no place for him. Harry's days were long and dull. He cleaned the house. He cooked food. He did chores from morning to night. He watched the Dursleys laugh at dinner. He watched them play with their son Dudley. No one played with Harry. No one asked Harry what he liked. No one cared what he wanted. He felt like a shadow in the house. But deep inside, Harry felt something strange. It was a small spark dot. It felt warm. It felt different. He did not know what it was, but he kept it safe in his heart. One day, a giant man came to find him. His name was Hagrid. He knocked on the door so hard that the walls shook. Hagrid was big like a mountain. He had wild hair and a long coat, but his eyes were kind. He smiled at Harry. No one had smiled at Harry like that before. Hagrid told Harry the truth. Harry was a wizard. Harry was going to a school called Hogwarts. It was a school for young witches and wizards. It was a place where Harry could learn magic. It was a place full of light and warmth and wonder. It was a place with kids like him. It was a place where he could find friends. It was a place where he could be himself. A real self. A true self. Harry felt scared. He felt excited too. His old life was ending. A new life was starting. Hagrid took Harry to a big train station. It was loud and busy. People hurried left and right. Suitcases rolled across the floor. Trains whistled. Voices filled the air. Harry held his ticket tight. The ticket said platform 9 3/4. Harry had never seen a number like that. He looked around. He saw platform 9. He saw platform 10. But he did not see platform 9 3/4. His hands felt sweaty. His heart beat fast. A kind woman walked by with her children. She said, "You must be going to Hogwarts." She smiled warmly. She showed Harry how to run towards the wall. Her kids ran into the wall and vanished. Harry stared. Was it real? Was he dreaming? Harry took a deep breath. He ran. The wall opened. He stepped through. A warm wind brushed his face. Now he was on the Hogwarts Express. It was a long red train. Steam filled the air. Owls hooted from cages. Cats purred softly. Kids talked and laughed. The smell of warm metal and old wood filled the air. Harry liked it. He sat in a small training room. A boy with red hair sat with him. His name was Ron Weasley. Ron had freckles. He had a kind smile. He looked nervous too. Harry liked him right away. Soon another kid came to the door. It was a girl with brown hair. Her name was Hermione Granger. She spoke fast. She knew many facts. She liked books. She liked rules. She liked to study. Harry thought she seemed very smart. Ron thought she talked a lot. The train moved through the hills. Trees rushed by. Rivers shone in the sun. Small towns passed in the distance. The sky turned gold, then pink, then dark blue. Harry felt warm inside. He was not alone anymore. He had two new friends. He had never had friends before. Harry, Ron, and Hermione shared candy. Chocolate frogs jumped on their laps. Jelly beans came in strange flavors. Some tasted like fruit. Some tasted like grass. One tasted like soap. Ron made a face. Harry laughed. Hermione rolled her eyes. But she smiled too. For the first time in his life, Harry felt like he belonged somewhere. When the train stopped, it was dark outside. The air was cold and sharp. Harry's breath made white clouds. Kids grabbed their bags. They stepped out onto the small platform. Hagrid stood by the path. He held a big lantern. Its light shone on his beard. He shouted, "First years, follow me." His voice was loud but warm. Harry, Ron, and Hermione followed. They walked down a steep hill. The ground felt soft under their shoes. Crickets sang in the grass. The wind brushed their faces. A black lake spread out before them. Tiny boats waited by the water. The moon shone on the dark waves. The boats rocked gently. The lake smelled cool and fresh. Hagrid said for 2 a boat. Harry stepped into a boat with Ron and Hermione. The boat moved on its own. It glided across the water. The lake was calm. The night was quiet. Only the soft splash of water broke the silence. Then the castle came into sight. Hogwarts stood tall on a cliff. Many towers reached into the sky. Warm lights glowed in the windows. The walls looked old and strong. The castle looked like a place full of stories. It looked like magic lived inside it. It looked like a home. Harry stared at the castle. He felt something rise in his heart. He felt hope. He felt wonder. He felt like he had come home. When the boats reached the shore, the kids got out. A tall woman waited at the door. She looked strict. Her glasses shone in the moonlight. Her name was Professor McGonagall. She told the kids to stand in a line. She told them they would soon join one of 4 houses: Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, or Slytherin. Each house had its own colors. Each house had its own way. Each house had its own story. Harry wondered which one he would join. He hoped he would not be alone. They walked into a large hall. Long tables filled the room. Candles floated in the air. Soft lights shone on the kids' faces. The ceiling looked like the night sky. Harry saw stars above his head. He whispered, "Wow." The kids stood in front of the room. An old hat sat on a stool. It looked worn and brown. It looked like a hat a farmer might forget. But the hat was alive. It could think. It could speak. It could read minds. This was the Sorting Hat. One by one, kids walked to the stool. The hat touched their heads. Then it shouted the name of a house. Kids cheered. Teachers clapped. The air felt warm and full of joy. Then it was Harry's turn. Harry sat on the stool. The hat fell over his eyes. His world turned dark brown. He heard the hat whisper, "A tough one." The hat said, "Brave, a loyal, curious, but where to put you?" Harry felt his heart racing. He wanted to be brave. He wanted to do good things. He wanted to belong. The hat shouted Gryffindor. The whole room cheered. Harry smiled. Ron cheered too. Hermione clapped hard. Harry walked to the Gryffindor table. Warm hands patted his shoulders. People made space for him. He felt seen. He felt safe. Food appeared on the plates. Golden plates filled the table. There was chicken. There was bread. There were pies and cakes. Warm steamed roses from the dishes. Kids ate and laughed. Harry ate too. The food tasted better than anything the Dursleys gave him. He ate slowly. He wanted the moment to last. A wise old man sat at the teacher's table. His name was Albus Dumbledore. He had long silver hair. He had a kind smile. His eyes twinkled like stars. He spoke to the school. His voice was soft but strong. He said strange words that made kids laugh. He welcomed everyone to the new year. His smile made Harry feel calm. After dinner, the kids followed their house leaders. They walked up long stairs. The stairs moved under their feet. Some stairs turned into ramps. Some stairs led to places they did not expect. The castle felt full of secrets. Hallways twisted and turned. Paintings on the walls talked. Some waved. Some whispered. Some laughed in tiny voices. Harry stared at them. He felt amazed. Harry felt tired but happy. He walked with Ron and Hermione. They whispered about the feast. They whispered about the hat. They whispered about the moving stairs. They reached the Gryffindor Tower. A picture of a woman in the pink dress blocked the door. She asked for a password. The leader said it. The picture swung open. Harry gasped. He had never seen a door like that. Inside were soft chairs and warm lights. The room felt like a cozy home. A fire crackled in the fireplace. Kids talked in small groups. Some yawned. Some rubbed their eyes. Some lay on soft rugs. Harry walked up the stairs to the boys' room. There were beds with red curtains. There were trunks at the feet of each bed. Harry found his bed. His name was on a small card. He touched the card. He touched the soft blanket. He looked around. He had never had a room like this. He had never had a place that felt like it was truly his. Ron climbed into the bed next to him. He smiled sleepily. Hermione waved from the door, way before going to her room. Harry felt warm again. Harry laid down. The pillow felt soft. The night was quiet. A soft breeze came through the window. It smelled like old stones and warm fire. Harry whispered to himself, "I'm at Hogwarts." He closed his eyes. He felt safe. He felt seen. He felt strong. He felt like his life had finally started. For the first time in many years, Harry slept with a peaceful heart. He did not dream of the cupboard. He did not dream of the Dursleys. He dreamed of warm lights, soft boats, and a castle on a hill. He dreamed of new friends. He dreamed of new magic. He dreamed of a new life. He dreamed of a home. And outside in the great dark sky, the stars shone over Hogwarts. The towers stood tall. The windows glowed. Magic filled the air. And Harry Potter's first night in the castle passed quietly, gently and full of promise.
到这里，你能坚持听完，已经证明你不是普通人。哈利的魔法也不是天上掉下来的，是他踏进霍格华兹魔法学院后一点点学出来的。你的英文也是，不会忽然开窍，只会在你每天多听多练的每一分钟积累出来。明天见，修炼继续。欢迎加入英文听力馆，欢迎点赞订阅哦。